When Gord Laxton made it to the NHL, a lot of people thought, hey, this was a big number one draft pick out of New Westminster, played 100 games, regular season playoffs in a 75 campaign, second place in Memorial Cup, WCHL champion. And his first three starts were tremendous. He won all three, but from then on, it was up and down for the minor leagues, and he paid part of 4 seasons with the Penguins. Maybe they're looking for him to be a good backup to Denny Herron, but it never worked out. So basically, any NHL draft pick that went number one in the 1970s, there could have been all kind of success, but sometimes it was hit and miss. Now, Blair Chapman was taken by Pittsburgh the year before. The year after is Pierre LaRouche, so they had good scouting, obviously. But Gordy Laxton's biggest situation, again, was trying to stay in the NHL. He played part of 4 seasons, only had a 4-9 for Dayton and Grand Rapids and other squads, including Muskegon, where he had a big workload. 1979 with the IHL, he was, again, the best goalie that year. You might as well say he was one of 2 or 3 players that did well that year between the pipes for the league. Now, that season, and remember, he was 4 years removed from being a pick of Baltimore to WHA. Toros picked up his rights, and Pittsburgh. He was a Norris Trophy winner for lowest goals against average in 79, IHL All-Star first team, All-Star game MVP in 79, and also goals against average leader and games played leader and minutes leader. Now, in the AHL, he had short stints with Hershey, Syracuse, Binghamton, and Erie, but he didn't put up the same numbers of the IHL. IHL, Dayton, Grand Rapids, hometown hero. Same thing with Port Huron and Muskegon to wrap up his career. So he did go into coaching afterwards in midget hockey, but I think the interesting part is this. Pittsburgh never really gave up on him, and I'll tell you why. He had signed a 3-year contract with an additional 2-year club option prior to Pittsburgh's 75 training camp. The squad then picked up both of his option years and then re-signed him to a 3-year deal that kept him in pro hockey through 83, despite his failing to play in the NHL during the final half-decade of his contracts and, of course, in his years under his second contract. Now, he won his first set of 3 NHL starts, including Pittsburgh's season opener against Washington in 1975-76. Won his next 2 consecutive starts, but from then on it was up and down, like I was saying. Now, talking about that 1975 season in New Westminster, he played in 70 regular season games and over 30 playoff and Memorial Cup contests that year, and he led the Memorial Cup in goalie victories as well. But ironically, he got his big start with Chilliwack of the WCHL in 73, where it drew a lot of attention. He was sort of a backup for 74 for New Westminster. But listen to these numbers for 75, ladies and gentlemen. 70 games, 3.58 average with 3 shutouts. And the native of Montreal, Quebec, a good size for a goalie, 6 feet 180, handsome as the day is long. And he was very popular amongst the Pittsburgh fans because he had that nice mid-1970s kind of disco, dirty blonde haircut that was very popular. Kind of sort of like how Bruce Boudreau looked back in the day, but he had a little bit more curls. I did see him play his first couple of games in Pittsburgh. I think there was a contest against Montreal as well, which I think there's a photo from. If you look very closely, I don't know if is that from the first season or not. But any Pittsburgh fans can tell you he had some good draft picks in the 70s. And a lot of people felt he was going to be a good addition to the Penguins, but sometimes things don't work out. So, ladies and gentlemen, to make the NHL takes a lot. Gordy has all my respect because Gordy's a good name for a goalie. And the Laxton family themselves are very prestigious across Canada, known for being success in numerous fields of study and sports and stuff, and he does the family proud. And but that 1970 amateur draft, ladies and gentlemen, just to recap, round 1 was a very, very interesting get-together of players. Of course, Laxton was taken 13 overall, but the people above him, including Mel Bridgman, Barry Dean, Ralph Klassen, Brian Maxwell, Ricky Lapointe, Don Ashby, Richard Mulhern, Robin Sadler, Rick Blight, of course, Pat Price, Wayne Dillon, and after him, Pierre Mondu, Timmy Young, Bob Sauvé, and Alex Forsythe. So some good role players and stars in there, especially Pat Price and Pierre Mondu, which we've done podcasts on him on the channel here, and of course the great Wayne Dillon, who basically overcame. A lot of people felt he was too not the type he could use, but Wayne had a good career. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing here with our vintage NHL podcasts, especially on the draft picks of the mid-1970s, let us know with a like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for listening, and don't forget, requests are always appreciated and always heavily considered. Have a great day. Bye.